I read books so you don't have to. You're not a spreadsheet, you're an emotional person. Do not aim to be coldly rational when making financial decisions. Aim to just be pretty reasonable. Reasonable is more realistic and you have a better chance of sticking with it for the long run, which is what matters most when managing money. Fever is useful in fighting infection. 1 degree increase in body temperature has been shown to slow the replication rate of viruses by a factor of 200. Fever turns on the body's immune system. They help the body fight infection. But that's where the science ends and reality takes over. Fever is universally seen as a bad thing. They are treated with drugs like Tylenol to reduce them as quickly as they appear. Despite millions of years of evolution as a defense mechanism, no one sees it as anything but a misfortune that should be eliminated. Why does this happen? If fevers are beneficial, why do we fight them so universally? It's not complicated. Fever hurts, and people don't want to hurt. That's it. A doctor's goal is not just to cure disease, it's to cure disease within the confines of what's reasonable and tolerable to the patient. Fevers can have marginal benefits in fighting infection, but they hurt. And I go to the doctor to stop hurting. If you have a pill that can make my fever stop, give it to me now. It may be rational to want a fever if you have an infection, but it's not reasonable. That philosophy, aiming to be reasonable instead of rational, is one more people should consider when making decisions with their money. Academic finance is devoted to finding mathematically optimal investment strategies. In the real world, people do not want the mathematically optimal strategy, they want the strategy that maximizes how well they sleep at night. Harry Markowitz, who won the Nobel Prize for exploring the mathematical trade-off between risk and return, when asked how he invested his own money, he said, "I visualized my grief if the stock market went up and I wasn't in it, or if it went way down and I was completely in it. My intention was to minimize my future regret, so I split my contributions 50-50 between bonds and equities." Two things are important here. Minimizing future regret is hard to rationalize on paper but easy to justify in real life. A rational investor makes decisions based on numeric facts. A reasonable investor makes them in a conference room surrounded by co-workers you want to think highly of you, with a spouse you don't want to let down, or judged against the silly but realistic competitors, your brother-in-law, your neighbor, and your own personal doubts. Investing has a social component that's often ignored when viewed through a strictly financial lens. The second is that this is fine. Jason Zweig said, "My own view is that people are neither rational nor irrational. We are human. We don't like to think harder than we need to, and we have unceasing demands on our attention." Seen in that light, there's nothing surprising about the fact that pioneer of modern portfolio theory built his initial portfolio with so little regard for his own research. Markowitz is neither rational nor irrational. He's reasonable.